Typically the off diagonal elements, which are the B and C, they are involved in shear. Okay, shear is a case which is not basically similar to an example. Typically you can shear an object which is soft. You can take a typical example of a rubber sheet or a cloth or a paper, and you should be able to provide a shear. Take a very large book, a dictionary, okay, which is fairly large in height, let us say, or a book, a large volume, a book, and then what you do is put it on the table and give it a force, drag force, horizontal direction on the top of the book. What you will see that the book, which is probably sitting upright, will typically tend to bend towards the direction of the force, and that's a good example of a shear. You can do that. Okay, you can do that with the help of a book, a dictionary for that matter, and the book which was straight, upright, sitting will typically bend and shear itself along the direction of the force. So that can be given with the help of these equations. As you see here, I have just reversed the notation of the equation. Doesn't matter. We are basically still talking about x prime equals ax plus cy. We are talking about post multiplication, or rather pre-multiplication of the coordinates by the transformation matrix T. X prime is still ax plus cy, y prime is bx plus dy, and we have done is the following, that we have put the diagonal elements equal to unity, and the off diagonal elements are having a role to play. In this case, one of the elements is again 0 and b is equal to 2. We have x prime equals x. You can easily solve this out and find out this equation. Y prime is equals 2x plus y. You see that this y prime, which is the new coordinate in y, it linearly depends on x. This effect is called the shear. If y depends on x and x depends on y, it gives an effect of a shear in some sense, and you should be able to try that. That means more you move towards along y prime, the more, because the x also is changing. Okay. Similarly, you can have an effect of b by putting the value of b equal to 0. We are talking about off diagonal elements, b equal to 0. C could be made 2 or any value which is not equal to 0. Then the shear in this case is proportional to the y coordinate. Okay. So we have an x prime which will change proportional to the y coordinate. So that's the example of shear.